Well, today is Valentine's Day, and so happy Valentine's Day to you from First Lutheran Church here in Manhattan Beach and Circle of Love Preschool. Valentine's Day is one of those days or one of those holidays in our culture that you either love it or you hate it, or maybe somewhere in between. Maybe it's also a sad day because it's a reminder of a love lost or a love missed. Well, wherever you stand on Valentine's Day, it heightens the subject of love. What is love? And it gets people thinking about love, and typically you think of one kind of love, as I alluded to earlier, a love of romance, a romantic love that you have with a particular partner. But I want to bring up for you, as you're looking and you're listening to this video, and as you engage in some of the songs that Mark is going to play for you, for you to join in and worship at home, I'm going to bring up 4 ways of looking at love. Now, these are not just my ideas. I am not making these up. In fact, one person, and I bet perhaps you've heard of him, C.S. Lewis, described love in 4 ways. He said that there are 4 kinds of love, and he based these off of 4 Greek words to describe different kinds of love. The 4 are storge, philia, eros, and agape. Storge is an affectionate love. It's a familiar love. It's a nostalgic love. It's a feeling of familiarity of different things that you might share with a particular individual. You love the crackling of a fire in the fireplace in the evening, the sip of tea that becomes a tradition, the sounds of the wind rustling in the background, the noises of children playing in the other room. Something that is shared between people. It's the familiarity of the people with whom you are thrown together in a family, in a university, at a college, anywhere you might be. The familiarity of things shared within that community. The next one is philia. That's friendship love. This is a love shared between friends. It's a sense of kinship and loyalty between 2 friends that have a common goal, a common journey, a common direction in life that they share within, that they hold each other within. In a lot of ways, this could be described like Frodo and Sam in The Lord of the Rings. This deep love and kinship shared in a journey with someone else. Now, the next one is the one that maybe you are most familiar with in the context of Valentine's Day. This is eros love. This is romantic love. This is passionate love. This is the love shared between partners that are almost absorbed into each other. It's a love that talks about itself. It's a love that is just absorbed with the other. This is often what is understood when looking at Valentine's Day. Now, the 4th love is a love that perhaps that you would hear about within a Christian tradition. This is agape love. This is charity, or mainly even more. This is sacrificial love. This is the love where you would do anything and everything, even at your expense, for the betterment of another. Regardless of how you feel, you will work and serve for the betterment of another. This is the love that Jesus had and has for his church, for his world, for all of you. This is the love that Jesus had as he suffered on the cross. This is the love that Jesus calls his followers, his people, his church to. This is the love that he prays his church would be made perfect within. This type of love is also not concerned about safety. C.S. Lewis puts it this way: there is no safe investment. To love at all is to be vulnerable. Love anything and your heart will certainly be wrung and possibly be broken. If you want to make sure of keeping it intact, you must give your heart to no one, not even to an animal. Wrap it carefully round with hobbies and little luxuries. Avoid all entanglements. Lock it up safe in the casket or coffin of anyone's selfishness. But in that casket, safe, dark, motionless, airless, it will change. It will not be broken. It will become unbreakable, impenetrable, irredeemable. The alternative to tragedy, or at least to the risk of tragedy, is hell. The only place outside of heaven where you can be perfectly safe from all the dangers and challenges of love is hell itself. The idea behind agape love is this reckless love in service to others. No matter the risk, no matter the discomfort, no matter the challenge to one's self, it forces you to be put out there, to be sacrificial out of love for others. This is the love that wherever someone is at, with storge, affectionate love, with friendship, filial love, or eros, romantic love, this love is what should permeate it all. What Jesus has done for us. And in response, he calls his church to be toward one another and toward all the world. Paul writes it this way, 1 Corinthians. If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all the mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all I have, and if I deliver up my body to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love, agape love, never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part and we prophesy in part. But when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three. But the greatest of these is love, is agape love. In short, storge love, that's affection. Philia love, that's friendship. Eros love, that's romantic love. They all may pass away, but agape love remains forever because God is agape love in Jesus. So I pray on this Valentine's Day that as we think about love, whatever the love is, that it may be filled with agape love. May this day remind you to be moved into that type of love toward those around you, because you are moved by this love, this agape love of God toward you, this reckless love for you. Amen.
I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so good to me. For I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. You have been so, so kind to me. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me.